Hello everybody, welcome to Go Tarot Odyssey. How is everybody? I have to say I was deeply inspired from the moment I woke up to create this video for you. I did things in a different way because I decided, hey, you're designing a pattern where, you get on your devices and you start reading about everything and you start problem solving pretty much the moment you wake up. And it sets your mind on a certain course. It's like I haven't had that pre-meditation or relaxation before. I'm just diving into that problem-solving pool. So I was meditating for a moment and I thought, well, when do I really have deep satisfaction with my work? Like, when do I feel like it's not even work? I'm just tapped into the present and I love it. And that, of course, is when I'm providing you guys with these videos and myself and channeling. It feels so good. So what I did was I woke up instead and I was asking Spirit for topics and ideas and realizing I wanted to spend quality time in my endeavors and to start off and feel really good in my journey and help other people do that. But a lot of it is about easy transitioning. It's like when we wake up, we decide, hey, I want to do something that starts my day off right and makes me feel good. So how can I do that? It's all about that just immediate pause and stepping back and breathing and then allowing for ideas to come in. That was a huge part of it. And it was funny. I was led to these decks. I was like, I want to set the altar kind of fun and I have this great sun catcher that's a whole bunch of crystals, and just simplify and really listen to what's coming up and bring out like all the nice characteristics of the day, which is, dealing with tarot and oracle and inspirational messages. And I felt immediately like deep satisfaction and I was just ready to set to work, and I got my camera. So here we are. And I felt like today we would do a pick a card on basically what is going to bring you real, true enjoyment and how to allocate your time and resources towards your true path in a really nice way, where we have joyful acceptance of where we're going, knowing it's not always champagne and roses, that we have to traverse some, annoying bureaucratic crap that comes up. Like, one of the reasons I wanted today to be really peaceful and tapped into what I love is tomorrow is, back to real-time reality, where I have a doctor's appointment at the crack of dawn. I have to bring Hagen to the bus stop, his first real outing back to school, and then go pick him up later. And I just have, just everyday tasks to do. So I wanted today to tap into that magic and really go where the true essence and shine is for me, and try to help you guys reason out how to get yours, because it definitely is a pause and identifying, hey, I'm just rushing into the day in the same old way, and I don't want to do that. I really want motivation, inspiration, and adaptability too, to say, hey, I don't have to do this right now. I can tap into what provides me with magic and strength. So here's our choices, you guys. Number one is Mercury, open communication. That's huge when we converse with family members, teachers, loved ones, whoever, in a calm, beautiful way. And it might be getting a weight off our chest and speaking up with love and wanting to be heard, because a lot of us out there, we put up with stuff, our scale of, gets a little tilted at times. It's not always true Libran justice. We take on, whether it's the lion's share of housework, economic, it doesn't matter, whatever it is. When the scales get a little unbalanced and we're not voicing that, we're repressing it. And it's time that we want to bring certain things to light in a loving way. Number two is Melchizedek. Higher learning, absolutely. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further your progress. I do this every morning. If I'm talking or speaking on a certain subject matter, it can be psychological, it can be scientific, astrological, it doesn't matter. Before I speak on it, I want to have my facts in order. So I will read up on it and get, all the information that's required. So it's right and tight. A lot of people go on devices and they just start talking about notions, but they don't really have the education backing it up or the research for it. So that's important, because we want to know what we're speaking of, right? Absolutely. And then Odin, psychic insight. Your third eye is opening. See the truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. 100%. Oftentimes we buy into the rhetoric and all the stuff that is swirling around us. A lot of people jump on a political bandwagon, it doesn't matter. There are impressions that are made on us and we make on others. And sometimes if we're tired or we're feeling a little gullible, we'll jump on that without the higher reasoning of why do we really feel this way? So now it's time to really ask yourself, do I really feel like that? Is this truly my perspective, or is it somebody else's? So I'm going to let you guys make your choice. I'm going to have a sip of coffee and then we will begin. And a quick shout out to Santa and all you other beautiful people in your comments saying, your voice is very calming. It helps me get in a good head and heart space. I'm like that too. Certain voices and tones really mellow me out and I like it. I like a slower cadence, clear speech pattern. I just feel like it flows, but I'm definitely one that taps into tones. I can't listen for long periods of times to high or shrill voices. I'm just very sensitive to that, especially being clairaudient. So thank you guys for that. I love that so much because you have all the choice where you allocate your time to get your information and your reads from, and I'm really honored that you guys take the time to spend with me and listen to my reads and to comment. It's so lovely. Thank you very much. And thank you guys for ordering all your private reads and your great feedback, and the same with my jewelry. I am so absolutely blown away by your positive reinforcement of that. So thank you. So you guys, we're going to start with Mercury. This is huge for me because I feel like when we communicate in a certain way, we can have really nice characteristics. We don't have to be acerbic. We don't have to be, pressing or tough about things. We can simply mention things. And I'm learning from people around me. I have certain family members that communicate really beautifully, and they say, listen, do you have the time or the bandwidth to really listen to this? I know that you're emotionally invested in my life, so I feel like, if you're in a headspace right now where you need to concentrate, I can come back. And I love that. And we should really do that for one another. Think of a time where you were just trying to mellow out and somebody in your family or workspace came in and just started dumping on you. I can't believe my ex did this and that. All of a sudden that energy is now with you, and it's not fair. We have to allow for other people's emotional space before we do that. And emotional intelligence will really come in for this and help further your cause. Oftentimes we want to alleviate the pain we feel when we hear, experience, or feel something negative, but we don't want to unfairly just dump that on the nearest person, because then they are now left holding the emotional bag, right? So you're going to be really good at communicating things beautifully and asking, because you do want to share and you do want to be able to let others know what's going on in your life, but you're going to do it in a really beautiful way, and people are going to be appreciative of that. We all know that person when we see them coming going, Holy Mary, Mother of God, what is they gonna dump on me now, right? It's like they're just wheel their wheelbarrow through that streets broad and narrow, crying and wailing, and and it's one of those things where some people they're conditioned to do that, and we can also bring it into their understanding that they do that in a really kind way and say, listen, I really like you as a person, and I know you're going through a lot of emotional upheaval at times, but let me just give you an example of how it feels for me, and literally say exactly what they say to you when it feels uncomfortable, right? Just dumping all that, what, I have a stomach ache, my family's doing this, blah, 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 right? It doesn't feel good. And a lot of you guys that listen are empaths, so you take on that energy. So we can really let other people know what is going on with that. So you have yellow jasper, learning. You really are look at this, learning. And I feel like this is one of the reasons I was so drawn to do this read today. I started writing as soon as I woke up. Thank you, universe, for my motivation, my inspiration, my joyful acceptance of, where my life path brings me every day, for giving me desire and focus. Because right away I felt completely focused to learn some things this morning. So I listened to some great speakers and orators that give me good information. Boom, I was like, don't go on your device and start problem solving and go right to work. Create a read when you have that fresh expanse of a blank page in your head, so you're able to share that. And I feel right now a lot of you guys are going back to school, you're implementing new work tools and all of that, and you really are going to be an awesome conduit for higher learning and be able to absorb facts. It starts with what we think we're capable of, where we think we have ability. So we have to tell ourselves, I say out loud, I'm like, your mind is a steel trap. Whatever you read, you're going to be able to ingest and keep in there and share later. You are going to be able to fortify your nervous system with beautiful, white light, so you are not taking on negativity and feeling weak weakened or dragged. I'll give you a hint. When I'm in my office or I'm in my own workspace, I can work from a dusk till dawn and not get tired because I'm in my own energy, and I refortify it with good things and higher learning, and I watch videos of waterfalls and animals. However, if I go out and I'm at the DMV, dude, I need a nap after that because of that angst, anxiety, bureaucratic crap that's out there, right? So learn about your inner patterns as well. Learn where you have your strengths. Oftentimes we charge right out into the world without saying, hey, what is it that takes away and makes my my gas levels lower, right? Because it's constantly taking from our energy supply. And what fortifies it? Walks in forest, walk on the beach, being in nature is a huge calibrator to bring us back up on the high end. Things of that thing. And let's be really discerning what we give our time to so we can keep our energy meter on the high and have, a safe, calm place to come from and to learn. I love these so much. So, I love this is actually from the Universe Has Your Back deck. And it does. The universe has our back. It's constantly trying to propel us towards states of grace, calmness, higher learning, being connected, and enjoying life. This is about, hey, I'm going to really enjoy this movie and I'm not going to have guilt because I'm not vacuuming, doing laundry, and working constantly. I need that time away so I can insert joy and silliness into my life. I'm lucky I have a lot of crazy pets that do that for me. Yesterday when I was doing the readout in the yard, there's now 3 turkeys. The third turkey came up and literally I could have bonked it on the head with my head, and I thought, this is so wild that I can just sit out and I feel like I'm in a friggin' safari with all these critters coming in my yard. And I laugh, and they provide, comical relief. So look for that too. Maybe on your phone, you can have a stand-up comic or somebody you can just watch for 5 minutes and laugh. I used to do this on my lunch breaks when I worked outside, and not for myself because I needed that, because it just alleviated all that. When people take themselves so seriously, they almost look crazy to me because I just don't get it. And a lot of earth signs, they get I've been married to an earth sign for 25 years. They're so strategic and so logical and blah, 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 that it almost can look like a robot to me. And I'm like, it looks funny and it makes me laugh. And it just is silly when people take themselves so seriously. Myself as well, sometimes when I'm learning something, if it's a concept, and I'll be drilling that in, I'll be saying it out loud and stuff, and it's like, it'll make me laugh because really there is nothing that stays so constant. Our moods are so fluctuating that we have to get fixated and get unhappy about it, right? Think of it almost in an exaggerated sense so it becomes comical. That's what I like to do too. If somebody is getting het up and trying to affect my energy in any way, shape, or form, it doesn't happen that often, I will exaggerate in my head and have it become comical. It's helpful, right? Oh, I love this. You have Saint Germain, karma releasing, you guys. Move beyond drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. Absolutely. If you have anybody in your arena that is constantly, oh, so-and-so said this and did this, or they try to make you feel less than with these little digs and passive aggressiveness, or they are trying to be very alpha, all of that, just clear that and go, that page is for that person. My page is over here. I'm in the calm chapter of life. I don't need to integrate into drama. Nobody can treat me or make me feel less than unless I allow them to. Just remove it completely. Karma releasing. Beautiful. You are creating your own path. You are not what your parents, your teachers, your sisters or brothers or church members or anybody wants you to be. You are who you are. And structure your path that way. That's beautiful. I love that energy because you are coming into that. You want deep satisfaction with what you're doing, and you're not going to let your ego voice that question. Oh, do you have the ability to do that? Are you worthy of that? Do you have natural gifts? Of course, you have great value, and you're going out and you're going to seize that. You also have Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. I love this. This is about sharing your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. For a lot of you guys, you are YouTubers, you are speakers, you are readers, you are healers, and we all have that beautiful sweet spot where we have beautiful information that comes in and it's derived directly from source. We need to act on that inspiration as soon as it comes in. Like I normally do have a pattern when I wake up, and I was like, resist going into these habitual patterns and do this read right now. You feel inspired and there's a reason for it. So when you feel that inspiration come in, grab hold of it and just go with it and know that it has value, worth, and there's a reason it came to you. So beautiful energy, group one. I love that for you. Yeah, you're just going with the flow and emanating this beautiful healing spirit, knowing that what you have to say and do has value and worth and not doubting it. I love it. It's totally removing ego, because this is when we learn our best, when ego is out of it and our beautiful soul voice is like, what can I learn? How can I communicate this? All the beautiful ways to go about things. So that is you guys. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below if you need a private read. I get your private reading back to you within 48 hours. It's a video just like this one as well, with your cards and me explaining what is going on. And I also offer a really fun service over on Instagram where you can ask me 2 questions for $25, and I get back to you as soon as I see the DM. It's usually within an hour or two. Thank you guys for utilizing that service and all your great feedback on that as well. And please come over and see me on Instagram. This week's giveaway is off the friggin' charts. It is a 106 carat citrine. I won it in an auction bid and it blew my mind. It's so beautiful. It's one of those things I just can't price it or sell it, so it has to be a giveaway. It's just gorgeous. So we are going to let Spirit bring the winner, and the winner will be announced this upcoming Wednesday. So just by subscribing over here and following me over there, you're automatically entered. I just do it on a fun draw. And thank you guys so much for subscribing. It really helps in liking my videos. It helps the algorithm and also for YouTube to suggest my videos. So thanks again, you guys. Now we're going to go on to number 2, and I'm going to have a sip of coffee, and we're going to see what is going on with the Mel. Gotta hydrate. I feel so good and so inspired. I'm so happy these messages and this calmness was upon me this morning, because we all know sometimes we do wake up and we're not in that zone. We can feel, oh, I've got it, we're pressed. It can be we have an early doctor's appointment, whatever, and our mind gets fixated on that. I just had just beautiful flowing crystal energy that was just inspiring me. So I'm going to do as many reads as possible today with this energy, because it's really lovely. You guys, higher learning time. A lot of you guys are going back to school, and you're upping the ante in some kind of knowledge that you have. It can be anything. It can be astronomy. It can be about animals. It can be about nature. It can be about physics. It can be absolutely anything. But you're beautifully plugged in, and you've learned from experience that, hey, foreknowledge is forewarned, right? I love when somebody comes at me with questions about crystals or whatever. I don't know how, well, I do know, because it's scientifically proven that we keep information that's of interest to me. Crystals have high interest to me. I love that something that comes from deep within the earth or down in the ocean has a resonance and an energy that helps heal us, protect us, and other things. And I've been interested in them since I can remember, and I remember just reading up on everything, collecting. And so when somebody comes to me, I don't really think it's rare that somebody brings up a stone that I haven't heard of or don't know the properties of, and or don't have a book available to find out about that. And that's what you're going for in certain things. You want to have that structure in place where if a question were to arise in your area of interest, you just be like, oh yeah, let me just pull that out of my hat. You know what is out there and what it takes sometimes to do that. We have to be devoted at times, right? And it should be a joyful endeavor. If we love it, we should get joy out of learning about it, right? Like I love learning weird animal facts. Like it's very rare that an animal too comes up that I haven't heard of, but when it does, I freak the hell out, because I love all the world's beautiful creations and like where they live and what they eat and what they do, right? And comment down below if you're like just an animal fact person like I am. Like I'm just blown away by all the cool little critters out there. Oh, I'm loving that this came up. White eagle ancestor spirit. You guys, connect with your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed. Now a lot of you guys are meeting extended family you didn't have, and or getting to the core of why something has been a constant problem in a life pattern for you and your family. It could be you and a father, it could be you and a brother, it could be you and a sibling. Something is going on where there's all these preconceived patterns and notions and ideas, and we just keep bringing it back up. It's like a comfort zone. We're not trying to really figure out where this problem derived, but now we're realizing we want to be the end of this pattern, whatever it is. Not being somebody's cheerleader. Let's say somebody wants to really learn to write or dance or sing or act or whatever. Why aren't we right behind that person going, of course you can do this, you're going to be awesome? Sometimes it just takes that one little voice of support that helps that person achieve their dreams. Absolutely. And one of the sadder parts is oftentimes it is a parent figure that should be doing that, but they are absent in that because they want their child to play it safe, and it could be a generational thing where it's like, oh, if you are not a doctor, lawyer, or whatever, you're not successful, that sort of thing. And creative people have this problem with parents in many generations, because it was in the day that, unless you were a big movie star or you were a huge author like a Stephen King or somebody, you weren't thought an epic success. But nowadays people with YouTube and other forums can be financial and beautiful successes in their endeavors because there are so many platforms in which to show your creations, right? So good for you guys, because I feel like now you're going to go out there and say, you know what, I may come from a whole family of people that are whatever, it can be anything, dentists, doctors, whatever, but I really want to go out, and I realize that it's coming from me. Everything is internal in this journey. It is not external. It doesn't matter if you have a great car and a great house. If you are enjoying what you do and you love it, guess what? You abide in your house of wealth and prosperity because you love it, right? I'm honest to goodness, I would rather do what I'm doing and be in, my life as I am than anywhere else right now. I just really derive such satisfaction from what I do and how I do it that I almost can't envision myself being any happier. It's kind of a strange thing. Of course, from just myself personally, where I am on my path, of course, everything in the world and within my family and extended family could be better. But where I'm moving towards and what I'm participating in has true meaning, and I get and derive real enjoyment, satisfaction out of it. And that's what you're going to be moving towards, asking yourself, where do I really, really get a sense of joy? And I want to be committed to something and I love it. And you're going to get high adaptability when it comes to this present moment awareness and be able to shift into that beautifully and say, this is how I want to participate in life. This is the characteristics I want all around me and that I want to have as well. Your true power and essence coming through. The Holy Spirit. Really expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles occur when spirit has your back. They occur naturally and spirit has your back. And always does. The thing is, sometimes we're just not aware of it because we're getting in that lower vibration of I have to, need to. The ego starts to tell us what its needs are, and it starts to shadow that. But as soon as we go, you know what, shoulda, woulda, coulda, bull, present moment awareness. It was like the phone rang, so I'm gonna have to piece this together. Let me start right now with where I'm gonna derive great satisfaction and feel great, what is gonna lift my vibration, because that's the start of all of it. When our vibration is lifted and our frequency is up, we always do that next best thing for ourselves and others around us. It's kind of miraculous because that is spirit coming through us saying, hey, you really should offer this word of encouragement to yourself, to others. Hey, you really should go on this whim that is saying, go for a walk in the forest and bring your notebook and you're going to get great lyrics, great words, whatever. These resources are going to be made available to you because you're plugged into your higher self. All of that, and you're going to be following that, and you're going to see all these beautiful miracles around you. So let's see what your crystal card is. You have Vibrancy, orange agates. Yes, it's funny because the color orange always lifts and makes me happy. I love it. It reminds me of the sun. It reminds me of fire. I love it. But this is your time for vibrancy. It really is your warm, beautiful, safe place and side that you can constantly bring to yourself and say, I want to feel good about my journey. I want to feel like I'm having quality time in my endeavors. I really want to go and be captivated by my own life. Were I looking at my life on a movie right now, I'd want to go, damn, I gotta get me that life. That's a great life. That's what we want to do and pursue. I oftentimes, before I speak, when somebody asks me something, I pretend I'm on a podcast and I go, if you listen back to this, would you be proud of yourself? I can have that weird kind of fast interplay in my head now because I slow down and I want my words to provide vibrancy and uplifting to others. And you're going to be doing this for yourself, going, I want a bright, happy, shiny moment. And this is for some of you guys, this is you getting rid of old static energy and actual belongings from your home. You're getting them out. You want new colors. You want a just kind of more air and more oxygen that is coming in. And also you want to be around people that provide vibrant energy and air for you. So you're seeking that out as well. And because, you know, the universe has your back and is helping you, it is going to help you find that, because Spirit's ever helping us evolve into those places and spaces for sure. So that is you, beautiful soul number 2. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I appreciate it so much. If you like and subscribe, it helps me so much. I would really appreciate that. All my links are down below. If you need a private read, I get them back to you within 48 hours in the same video format. Please come over to Instagram and get on the massive giveaway. It's 106 carat citrine, and I won it in a bidding auction, and it blew my mind. It's one of those things when I can't price something or I get so excited about it, I offer it in the giveaway because it's meant to be given away. And you know, it kind of washed up on my shore in a really lucky break of just people not paying attention to that auction. So again, I love to do these. I do them every single week. And by subscribing over here and following me over there, you're automatically entered in every single week's giveaway, whether it's free readings, Goddess Provisions box, you're automatically entered. I just do a fun card drawing. So that is that, you guys. And if you'd like to support me in any way, my Patreon information is down there. My Amazon wish list. Thank you guys, especially Jessica Valdez. That was so mind-blowing. She had sent me a bunch of decks. That it really means the world to me. Your love and support is so awesome, you guys. And thank you just for your beautiful comments. You know, it's amazing. I love to see things like, oh, you know, your voice is really calming to me. This helped me figure out something. It means the world to me. So thanks again, you guys. So next we're going to go on to number 3. I'm going to have a sip of coffee. We're going to see what's going on with Odin. For some reason, I feel like the majority of you guys have chosen this. Odin has a very special energy, and I just love, you know, part of my lineage is Norwegian, and I'm fascinated by that. And I know I've definitely spent a past life there. I have some crazy kind of strong warrior attributes, and at times even Ian goes, whoa, he'll be like, you know, because it just comes out, you know, and I have a familiar sense of the landscape there and no fear of water whatsoever. Even people are like, whoa, you just all of a sudden. And it was funny. My parents had always had like little jet skis, canoes, everything. No fear of water ever since, you know, pretty much birth. And I feel like my parents too had a past life always around water because we always lived by beaches, and I constantly have. It's weird. Since I've been born, I was always just a few feet away from the ocean, and now in this home that I've been in almost 20 years, beaches on either side of me. I'm very drawn to water, and I feel like Spirit navigates me there. And this is what's going to happen to you too with Odin and your psychic insight, your third eye opening. You're going to follow your tuition. You are going to be navigated seriously geographically where you're supposed to live and operate for your highest vibration. Some people it's deep in the forest, some people it's mountain, some people it's water. It's different for everyone, and I feel like you might be feeling that pull right now. You feel a pull to move and navigate your life and the direction it's meant to go. You feel highly motivated and inspired right now. And I really like that. So yeah, there's your inspiration. Look at that. I'm going to pull these 3. Okay, let's see what's going on. So Ruby, self-actualization. This is huge, and we constantly need to go through this. So what you'll be feeling is, wow, you know what? That does make me feel down when I go into this particular area. This, whether it's with people, places, and things, and I have these conversations. I don't feel at my strongest, best self. There's a pattern that's been set where, again, nobody can make us feel bad or less than except for ourselves. So who are we involving ourselves with in our business, in our life that we're speaking with, that we don't feel good energy about the conversation or ourselves when we leave that? This is you recognizing these patterns right now. When I feel like I'm participating in this, I don't feel like it's my authentic self. I feel like I'm doing it for somebody else, for a family member perhaps, you know, maybe taking a course in school that has been generational, but it's not really your true nature or true path, all of that. You're having real big self-actualization moments where you're like, you know what, I need to go this way for myself. I don't need to over explain myself. I don't need to have bells and whistles with this. I'm going to quietly navigate in this direction because I need present moment awareness to really get my answers for where I want to go next and how I want to get there. And you're going to do it beautifully. You know, it's your warm, beautiful, safe place. Your true self is going to emerge here. No more ego voice that questions you. The true power and essence for you to shine is coming through in your soul space right now. Lord Ganesh, infinite abundance. You know, obstacles are being removed right now. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. You probably feel this. You probably see a lot of 1111s, 555s, 333s, numerics. You probably see like strange animal activities or the same animals coming in. White birds, crows, ravens, wolves, things that are joyful and playful, dolphins. These imageries are kind of sticking with you. You feel calmer when you're alone lately because you're really tapping into that true essence, and you feel abundance. And I feel this all the time when I look around. I don't choose to see a mess or a laundry pile or dishes or things that need to be done. I choose first thing where I see my beautiful altar and my singing bowl by my bed and my crystals and my rocks I got near Stonehenge and shells and all the things that are bright, beautiful, free in this world, right? I feel the most beautiful things are shells, crystals, although now we have to pay for them unless we go hunting in nature. They really are that moment where you have with an individual in your family that makes you laugh. Hagen and I oftentimes, as well as Indy and I, will start some kind of crazy conversation and we take it to a comical berserkoid level and we'll start laughing, and I get to a point where honestly I cannot breathe. Oftentimes it's with Hagen, we go through a drive-through and we will give a list of whatever and they will literally read back none of the things that we asked for, and it'll be so bizarre because something got glitched up, they're reading the wrong thing or whatever, and we'll laugh about it for hours. We will just keep going back to that and go, hey, here's all the things you don't want, how about I charge you double for them? And we'll just be like crazy and make things funny. That's abundance to me. Prosperity is good laughter and good moments together. And you're also going to have that with family members. Touching, amazing, intimate moments where you really get to know people on a deeper level within your family and friends, which I love. Now, part of this is due to I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. So we are not looking at a sibling, a parent, a child, or whatever with a, oh my God, I can't believe that mess that they left around. Oh my God, I can't believe that they need A, B, and C. Oh, none of that, because we all go through peaks and valleys. We all go through where we're giving the giving tree to someone, but then they are back to us. We see them in a new light every day. People are in a different emotional state, and let's apply our emotional intelligence and be calm and kind. And also think when we're at our most vulnerable and weak, how we'd want someone to speak to us. We'd want it to be warm and loving and supporting, right? So why are we not doing that every day for our offspring, our siblings, our elders? Why are we not doing that? Every chance that I get, I try to take a deep breath when I get out of my car and notice what neighbors are out in their yards, because they often look up. And I think that that's the height of awareness, to just say hello. Like, I love the fact that the other day, whenever I go through a drive-thru, I go anywhere, I get an extra cold drink for my mailman, because I'm usually coming home around the time he's there. And he's the most joyful, happy, awesome dude. I love him. And he has another job too at Home Depot. And there's nothing, I never feel greater than when I step into a car, I can hand him an ice cold red vitamin water, which I decide he likes because I'm a psychic and I know that. And there's how he gets so happy and joyful, and it's so nice. And it was so great because when I was doing that, one of my favorite neighbors was out in their yard, and I was able to say, hey, how was your Labor Day? And just have a moment with them, because I feel that that is the height of neighborliness, to just say hello for a moment. You know, you don't have to sit and have an hour-long conversation, but to acknowledge the fact that, hey, you know, I'm curious about how your time is going, this and that, right? That sort of thing. And let go of, oh, my neighbor, while I was trying to do a video, had a weed whacker going on and had their lawnmower going, and I think they were having Chernobyl in their backyard every time I started camera. Like, we don't get riled about that. They don't know where our head and heart space is or what we're doing. So we're going to engage in each new day with our family, with our workmates, with whomever, with fresh energy, and try to infuse with joy, because happiness is the key to everything within this. When we try to elevate and participate in our relationships in a loving way, it increases our health in a really good way, our focus. You ever you have like a skirmish with somebody you work with, you sit down at your desk, you're not concentrating on your work, you're thinking about how to annihilate them in your own weird little ego head, like, oh, I should have said this and I should have done that, right? So we're not even contemplating getting or participating in that arena of low vibration right now. It's just about support, love, and caring. So these are your messages, you guys. I just felt so inspired to do this, and I'm so happy I did this. I just felt like awash with really good, calm energy. And I was like, let's do a read. When we're able to provide and translate that, there is a vibration and an energy that comes through, right? Because moods are contagious, and I am in a great, healthy, clear kind of modality right now. And I definitely want you guys to be able to reach that space and say, it is true. I can slow down and acknowledge I've done enough for the moment. I'm going to take it easy and do something that makes me feel good and lifts my vibration as well and creates vibrancy in my life. For sure. I'm hoping the light can catch this, or it'll beam it all over the place, because see, it does. Yay. Yeah, it's a series of these, and I'm actually going to put some in my store because I love them so much, but I'm going to put some more natural healing crystals on them as well. So again, you guys, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below if you guys need a private read. Really, thank you guys for your subscriptions. They help me so much, and your comments, everything. You know, these are a labor of love, and I love that you guys are receptive to them, and I'm really honored. And again, I would love for you to come over to Instagram and get in on the 106 carat giveaway of this citrine that I have. The winner's going to be announced on Wednesday, and just by subscribing over here and following me over there, you're automatically entered in every week's giveaway. And it's, you know, it's just whatever comes to my attention that needs to be a giveaway, I do that. And again, all my links for everything, my Etsy store, I just put in a whole bunch more crowns, and all of a sudden there was just an influx of interest of them. So it's funny, sometimes I'll make something and I won't even realize that I haven't put it in the store. So those are all in there as well. So love and light, you guys. I'm going to go upload.